that starts to happen. I feel very much guided about what needs to be done. You know, when I'm going, like when I said I use all of the liquids that come forth from my body. If I need to pee, I would rather take a moment and see who wants it, who can use it, and try to receive that, you know. When I bathe, I usually take a bottle of water. I have no shower. It's been a choice because I want to do things mobile. I want to bathe where I want. There's no bathroom, there's no bedroom. I don't want a specific place because I'm changing. We're all changing every day. And I sleep in different places. And so when I bathe, I'll take a bottle of water, you know, and one bottle I can basically, one wine bottle, say, I can bathe with. And 2 or 3, you know, you start to know how much water do you actually use instead of the shower head. You know, so I'll go stand next to a plant because I have a bottle and I'm mobile. And I'll bathe next to that plant. So all the water, every drop that's dropping off my body that I'm not using is going somewhere. And that's more the way I think.
Wow.
You know, everything. So it's trying to really leave a light footprint and having the space and freedom to do it and experiment. I'm trying things that I probably wouldn't be allowed to do, you know, up north. And I feel some higher guidance. Something is either coming through me or to me, or I don't know, because I'm following my truth, but the things that I'm trying, it's not because I read about them or heard about them or know someone else. It's just coming to me. And I can talk a long time about elimination. There's just certain things, subtle things that I've really looked into. Position of our body. My favorite position is this. This is the, you know, I consider this the sacred human position, you know. Now, most people these days can't get into this position. This is no longer, or they say I can get in it, but I'll never get out.
Yeah.
I'll be stuck. Now, when I did a lot of traveling, I remember I went to India. I'll never, ever forget seeing men in the streets talking to each other, you know, drinking a cup of tea and just, you know, I couldn't get over it. That was my first sight of this position with, you know, men who were quite thin and comfortable. And then what I realized being here, first of all, clothes are very constricting. This is not so comfortable if you have a pair of jeans on or tight clothes. So if you're naked, it's much, much easier. And then I realized that, wow, you know, for elimination, I stopped using toilet paper also years back and started using water. And what I ask people, I'll get back to this position in a minute, but I ask people about that is that why aren't we taking showers with paper? Why aren't we taking paper showers? Now, and why aren't you? You know. So then I would say, well, why the most important part of your body that needs to be clean, why are you washing it with paper? I mean, you wouldn't shower with paper. Would you feel clean if you had to take a paper shower?
No.
Okay, so the part of our body that most needs cleansing, we're wiping with paper, and the rest of the body with water.
Yeah.
It really made no sense to me, and I realized after trying water that I felt so clean. And I realized with paper, you're never really cleaning it all out. The bits and pieces, you can't clean.
You
like
rub it backwards.
Yeah. So it's such a different feeling and so wonderful and fresh, you know, feeling. It's just no turning back. Now, to do that, the washing, and they call it anal washing in some places, you know, and when you do eliminate this way, you're in a position where you're actually relaxing the intestinal tract. Now, when you try our modern toilets again, which aren't so convenient, when you're sitting and you're squeezing to eliminate, actually all of the force goes this way, it goes inward. It's not really helping, it's actually creating strain. I actually met someone once who had 2 bald circles right here on his legs. And I remember, no hair, you know, men are, 2 round circles, and I remember asking him, what is that? And you know what he told me? So when he's on the toilet, his elbows, pushing so hard, you know, dealing with hours and hours of constipation, with the elbows moving, circles.
Wow.
There's a toucan in that tree. Well, actually, it's called a crucinga.
This is the first one I've seen since I've been here.
That is a crucinga.
Have I got him in the shot though?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
It's like a small one.
They're smaller than the toucan. They're naturally smaller.
Oh, okay. And their bodies are more black with just a little bit of red.
Okay, so this is different from what I saw. The birds that I saw this morning, I got out binoculars and...
There
Oh my
he is.
gosh.
Oh wow.
He's eating the fruit.
He is gorgeous.
But
Like
it's
another
red,
one.
black,
More than
and
one.
yellow.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, there's.
Stunning.
I mean, can you imagine seeing this thing and toucans flying right across
Yeah.
and flying
it's
and
just
into these fruit
wild.
trees here? And some people put bananas. Wow,
There's
there's three. I've seen.
elephants.
I think I saw three.
Yeah, 1, 2, and then there's one up there.
And there's one in the high up.
Yeah.
Mm. You know, the animals are so quiet and graceful, you know, when they're feeding, and you think how much noise we make. Like when 80% of Costa Rica's wildlife is nocturnal.
I didn't know
So
that.
they're
Wow.
sleeping now. Now, do you think humans on the earth are thinking? Most of the animals are sleeping now. We really need to, between our cars and tractors and machines and crazy modern sound, jarring, ambulance and sirens and cell phones.
Do you get any of that at all down here?
Cell phones.
Not those, yeah, you know, I'll hear a car going by or something, but no, this environmental stress, I'm away from what I consider sonic pollution and air pollution and noise pollution and food pollution, and, you know, it really frees you up. Yeah. I think this just being here allows us to be who we really are. It's our true nature comes forth, our true nature. You know, we need to be around this, and it can take someone maybe a year or two just to be in an environment like this and slowly peel off layers and layers and layers of disconnection, artificial living, jarring sounds. It peels off like dead skin. You know, I don't know if any of you have ever done a Vipassana meditation for 10 days. I've done a couple of them where you don't speak for 10 days. And I found for the first 3 days, all I have are conversations coming up and again, peeling away. It's not until the 3rd or 4th day that all the jabbering and all the, you know, chattering, you know, and, yeah, here's the cicada.
Wow.
Just coming in now, you know, yeah, fades in and out. Anyways, I just want to finish with this position. So this position lends itself, again, for better elimination. The way my spine is also wonderful for eating. Now, do you know what this is?
It's like a squash.
This is cacao.
Oh,
I'm going to open
wow.
this. We're going to try it. The cacao seeds
Awesome.
this was harvested from this farm. I don't have many fruits, maybe just 4 or 5. It's a pretty young cacao tree, but I'm going to open this and we'll try these. But if you look, when I'm eating, let's say I'm eating something, or this cacao. Now, I'm in a position here where my genitals, okay, are totally protected. They're right here, like they're all, you know, I'm protecting them. I also can look behind me. Look, all, you know, I have complete access to all directions looking. My spine is stretched out, which is great for elimination. And this is, to me, is a very, very, being natural, of course, without the restriction of clothing, very natural position to eat and enjoy food. And so I often do find myself, without trying to, just naturally, if I'm getting into a pineapple or some bananas, just like this, you know. And it's playtime. Food is playtime. Like, I have so much fun. Like, it's all physical. I use this machete every day, every single day.
Whoa, that's a knife.
Yeah, and I'll be cutting down heart of palm in a little bit. And, you know, what happens is you're physically working to get your food, and it's so rewarding. You feel good, you know. And I learn. There's so much information in this. It's real. It's alive. It's made of what we are, you know, stardust. It's all the materials that we're made of, and that's why I feel like we don't need anything more than nature offers to cleanse ourselves, to do anything. We're of it. You know, you don't need a synthetic toothpaste or a synthetic shampoo, which is industrial strength cleaning agents on your sensitive, wonderful human divine body.
Yeah.
You know, what they're doing is, you know, again, they're bringing intoxication in. I don't feel any cleaner. I consider, you know, we tell children not to get dirty. Dirty is not getting earthy. You know, touching earth, we shouldn't, the word dirty for me is for chemical use. If you're going to wash your hands with antibacterial soap, for me that's getting a little bit dirty. I don't want anything to do with that. What I want to do is just stick with, you know, being around nature and eating real food, and I don't feel I'm not worried about anti-something, you know. It's all pro. You know, here is like, it's all real. It's the real information. It's stuff we can relate to. And when you have children from a small age who aren't in this environment, you know, from a young age, we begin to feel that it's a world we don't understand. It's not made of what we are. I mean, you know, all day long, all I'm touching, my feet are wood, stone, you've seen this, the walkways, grass, dirt, and we'll go into the shed in a little bit too. All natural things. How can you not feel blissed out, elated? You know, all day long, caressing you, the sun and the wind, you know, maybe some rain and so forth. And then you understand, you know, what you're here to do, you know, your true purpose. I feel like the 5 hours that I spent, the 5 years that I spent here, many hours in silence, were a time that I needed as a gathering information stage, and I'm ready to share it. I have so much that I share and I want to tell people, you know, and right now I'm doing it through these are kind of the oral teachings, you know. People who come here, you guys are like the warriors, you gals. You know, you're the warriors because you're here and you made it here. You know, this information right now is, a small amount is in written form, but, and there may be more of that at some point, and, you know, there's YouTube in different ways. Yeah. But ultimately, the people who need to be here are coming, you know, and arriving and getting the information. What I really want to do is inspire you to follow your truth. You know, I'm not asking anyone to do exactly this. But each of you have inside you your higher knowing, your inner knowing. And if there is anything right now that you can think of that you're not doing in your life, that you know is eating at you or something, maybe you can see someone who's completely living her truth, and just, you know, if that can inspire you anyway to live yours, you know, that's definitely something, an important part of I think you being here today. But I have, you know, there's a lot of things to share and show, and I have, this is an amazing seed that from one of the greatest fruits that grows here, called the sapote mame, and this is one that's not cracked open. If you each want one, I'm happy to gift you one.
Oh, wow.
If you don't,
I've already saved about 6
you?
of them.
I haven't seen one. I'd love to have a look.
this is for you, Anna, then.
Oh, thank you.
Because this one's not open. And if you, as long as you don't germinate, it'll stay like this forever, and it's so shiny and smooth. It feel how it feels in you. But so one of these opened, and the design of nature, the way that nature preserves and protects seed, to me is just utterly fascinating. Here's the two halves. How is it possible that out of this grows this incredibly huge tree? You know, it's kind of soft. It looks brain-like on the outside, kind of, and feels just incredible. This is my learning. These are my teachings. Every day I'm playing with seeds and growing and eating. All of the process is giving me, you know, wonderful information. This is a cashew nut inside here. Oh. This is the top of a cashew fruit. This is not the fruit, but the nut is inside this actually toxic casing. You definitely don't want it. It looks like a kidney shape. The nut's inside. You definitely don't want it. If you suck on this, you'll get second-degree burns. So actually extracting cashew nuts is quite difficult. And so when the idea of raw cashew, I'm not sure if we're ever really truly getting raw.
That makes
It's
sense.
It needs to be processed, and I think heated at some point and dried to be able to split this open. And so I'm going to pass this around. This is, anyone know what this is?
The loofah?
This is the real loofah. You grow them, they grow on a vine.
Oh, wow.
And it has, you know, this is not really any seeds anymore, but it's so different than what we get in the market. In the supermarket, which is bleached. First of all, they bleach it.
I never knew that.
And they